Hello there. I'm Trevor.
I'm Jessica, and today we're AMC to see Screen Unseen.
Screen Unseen is a new series that AMC has started in which they show new movies ahead of release without you knowing what the title is. All you know is the rating and the runtime. Join us and stick around to the end. Just find out what we see and what we thought. Let's go. This is the second Screen Unseen. We didn't make an episode about it at all or anything like that either. But the last Screen Unseen, we got to see Next Goal Wins.
Are you with me, my team?
Coach, my ankle is...
Again, you get the rating and you get a runtime. And you don't really know outside of that what it is. I think it's a really neat idea that you get to see a movie and not knowing what it is. Now, if it's an R-rated movie, might be more worried about what the content would be. Yeah, I like the idea. I think it's cool to try to get people out to cinemas. I don't know. What do you think? Would you check out a Screen Unseen? You pay $5. I think that's what they're charging, $5. Now, if you're AMC A-list, you get to use your A-list, and you don't have to pay for anything. It's just part of your A-list. So, all right, let's go see the movie, and we'll check back with you afterwards.
We come to this place for magic because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim.
All right, so movie's over. That was heavy. I'll just start with that. One, friends that we saw the movie with, they went with us to the last one, and we guessed movies. The movie I picked was wrong last time. The movie I picked this time was right. I guessed that we were going to see Origin, which is a new movie by Ava DuVernay.
I don't write questions. I write answers.
My friend had guessed Argyle. I could have sworn that's what we were going to see was Argyle.
Here we go.
I love this book.
Thought we were going to have a lot of laughs, action. Instead, we got basically critical race theory focused on the caste system. Origin is a motherlode of content, and I mean a lot to take in. It's emotional, multiple crying points for myself. As a U.S. history teacher, it hit home. It really deals with a lot of trauma.
You don't escape trauma by ignoring it. You escape trauma by confronting it.
What'd you think, Jess?
It's really good. Definitely heavy, like you said. I felt like I was back in college, taking my classes again and doing my research and studies. Well, I didn't have to do the research. I enjoyed the research that was done for this film and listening to the different perspectives involved in it. All the different evidence. I don't know how to talk about it. I feel like it was a college paper. The evidence that was provided, was just, I need to watch it again. Like, one viewing isn't enough.
Yeah.
I need to be more alert. I was kind of tired end of the day. Didn't know what to expect. I was nervous. I was worried we were going to get a horror flick. I'm not a big horror fan. Depends on the horror. I like ghost stories.
Yeah.
But I'm not into, like, I think you said it could be the new Purge. And I would have walked out, honestly.
I don't think it is. Well,
I would have walked out.
There's a movie called Founders Day is coming out that I thought it might be. It's not a Purge movie, but it sounds like it because Founders Day was the thing with the Purge, but yeah.
And I've had some traumatizing experiences going into movies that I myself wasn't prepared for mentally. So going into a movie not knowing was a little nerve-wracking for me, honestly. I didn't know what to expect. And I was literally like, I'm just going to walk out, grab the keys, and go sit in the car if I don't like it. Like, that was my mindset. Yeah, that was never even a thought in that movie. The minute it started, I immediately recognized who the opening character was. I connected. And I didn't realize it was Ava until the end, but at the same time, I'm not the aficionado of movies. I don't pay attention like Trevor does. That's his job. I was not surprised at all to find out it was Ava, because like if I would have thought about it, I would have been able to figure that out myself. But I just kind of went in blind to this movie, and blind to even knowing what movies were coming out. I just don't have the time right now to focus on that stuff. So, so pleasantly surprised. And yeah, like I said, I really feel like I need a second viewing, just in the fact that I just wasn't prepared for such a heavy, deep film.
Yeah. I think backtracking on a couple things she said, it is like a college paper. It's a thesis. It's a book. It's based on a book, and it comes at you like you're going through the process of what the author went through writing the book, because that's basically what the movie is
Inspiration.
the inspiration and what caused this author to write this book.
The conflict.
About caste and what they were going through.
Questions they had to ask.
Yeah. And like I said, it's heavy. It's got that much like emphasis of not just American history, but world history. I like that this movie bites off more than most people would want to chew, but it does it in a way that almost feels manageable for everyone to take. In some ways, this is probably like people might take this the wrong way, but it's like a Hallmark in that it tries to cover some really traumatic events in like ways that more like a Hallmark card. It's more digestible. Ava DuVernay to me is a powerhouse as a American cinema filmmaker. The areas that she's niched out by making Wrinkle in Time for kids and like fantasy.
We are in search of warriors.
Warriors who serve the good and the light in the universe.
Selma as like a historical drama.
It is unacceptable that they use their power to keep us voiceless.
This film as like straight up, this is what we're living with. A statement that's made in the movie is like we're the caretakers right now. Everything that happens right now is on our watch. Plenty of people like to dismiss things that have happened in the past. A line in the movie is, I didn't own slaves. Right, but we're the caretakers now, and what are we doing about the system we're living in? I think for Screen Unseen, this movie actually is perfect, because there's a lot of people that would never watch this movie, and they got like, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it, tricked into seeing the movie.
Might have gotten away with it too. It wasn't for these blasted kids and their dogs.
Right? If they were like me and saw like a fun-loving soccer movie the last time, and now you got hit with this like hefty like trauma film about the caste system and what that means in our world. Way different. And again, not Argyle, a fun action movie.
Here we go.
I love this book.
There are people that would not want to watch this movie at all. And I think Screen Unseen was a great way to present it to people that may not want to see it and actually may have enjoyed it, and now they'll tell their friends, you should watch it too. Any closing thoughts?
I don't like the term Hallmark. I feel like Hallmark is associated with cheesiness, and I just want to clarify that this is not a cheesy movie. For me, Hallmark is a cheesy romantic movie with no soul. It's something you watch when you're sick, when you can't handle something heavy. So that would be the only thing that I would add to the conversation, is that Hallmark could be taken and, it's not a Hallmark movie.
Well, I think I kind of said that in that regard. I wouldn't say Hallmark movie. Hallmark cards can have lots of sincerity and not be cheesy.
Yeah. If anybody responds the way I do to that, I just want to clarify that it is not.
Well, it's a very serious drama, but what I mean by Hallmark is that like it covers it in a way that it approaches different levels of way of reaching our empathy. Whether that's through children, whether that's through marriage and love, whether that's through place and where you fit in. There's a lot of different ways, or if it's through trauma, like, losing a loved one. This one deals with that in broad strokes, but also in ways that are, remarkably endearing. Hallmark is probably the wrong word to use, but
I have a strong reaction to that word, so.
it's okay. All right.
But I can see what you're saying. Like I said, I think that the story being told, it's like you can go to a college professor who's going to like yell at you and be mad and angry about all these bad things that are happening. And it can be a turn off for some, and it can be a turn on for some, right? Depending on the person and their personality. This was told in a way that was gentle.
Yeah,
but
that's
firm,
fair.
kind and loving, understanding, balanced. It wasn't meant to make anybody feel bad about themselves.
Yeah,
More
it's true.
to take ownership and responsibility in a graceful way, in a compassionate way, in an empathetic way,
Yeah.
non-judgment, just a lot of understanding. So I think that's what you meant by Hallmark, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was just done in a very neutral, informative way, just an educational way, purely educational. Like, these are the facts. This is how they come together, and this is what it is.
Yeah. So all in all, great experience for me. I know, like for you, you said that like sort of anxiety of like what the movie was going to be was exciting. So I think that it's neat that like you got the yin yang of that there as well. I'm all excited to see a movie that I don't know what it's going to be. My wife was a little nervous on what it was, and at the end of the day, both of us were satisfied in what we got.
Yeah.
Definitely someone.
I wouldn't
wants to see it.
expect all the films to be that good, though.
No.
But to know that there's film out there like this makes me very happy. It's a gem.
Ava DuVernay to me has moved up in class when it comes to directors in America, and she's an important figure now. When Origin releases in theaters,
Go see it.
go see it. If you have an opportunity to do it, take a friend, plan on a good discussion. You might want to bring some Kleenex if you're emotional. It's a little, it's a heartbreaker. I'm all for more Screen Unseens. I will do this many more times. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your viewership. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Your viewership means the world to us. And anytime you watch, give us a like and a subscribe. That lets us know. So thank you very much.
Go see the movie. Origin.
Yeah, go see Origin, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Auf Wiedersehen.